Welcome to Leaders Connect, an online leadership community episode 43, where leaders create more leaders, organized by the Mass Leadership. My name is Yugandhar, currently working in Everest IMS Technologies as HR executive. Leaders Connect is started with the specific objective of creating 1,000 plus leaders, where all the working professionals, business people share their real-time challenges, either leading self, leading others, or leading the business on our website www.themassleadership.com. We see all the challenges, filter them on every Wednesday. We invite a top management leader from a corporate company who will be giving solution for our real-time challenge on leadership. That's when we call as leaders creating more leaders.
Sonali, I would also like to invite one of our member, Mr. Devarayan, would also like to ask you a couple of questions.
Going ahead with the questions, current scenario, leaving the top talents or the good talents, leaving our company has various reasons, culture of the company, or the growth or whatever it is. But if you see, the maximum number of outgoings would be a severe boss or a or a bad boss, the immediate boss, they are not treating well or something like that, right? So like how, as a HR person, how do you see that? Where is the gap is, and how do we fill it?
Well, that's a very interesting conversation to have, Devrajan. Is basically what is the reason for top talent or rather talent to leave? Any
Yeah.
organization certainly has talent. We bucket them as top talent or high potentials, etc. But in short, what is the reason for talents to leave? I think there are a variety of reasons for an individual to leave, but then I think the first and the foremost is how the managers interact and take genuine interest in the employee. A talent essentially would stick on to the organization if he or she really feels that he's being cared, she is being nurtured, and there's a hope and a ladder to move forward in the organization. Now, how do you provide those kind of opportunities, or how do you provide those kind of conversations, or how do you help nurture is essentially the role of the manager. If the manager is disinterested, or the manager for that matter, the function also is disinterested in the career growth or the aspiration of the individual is eventually going to start looking at other pastures because he or she feels that, well, there's a dead end for the employee now, and especially the talent. Now, if I really look at the top talent, what does a top talent need? There's always a hunger to do more. There's always a hunger to basically move forward. There's always a hunger to give the maximum, right? And again, there's an entire aspect of which generations you belong to, and basically looking at the needs of those generations. But mostly India is essentially filled with millennials, and there's always a need to do more, give more. There's always a desire that I'm not satisfied. What do I do further? I think this particular need can only be fulfilled by managers taking genuine interest in the employee and looking at what the individual aspires to do. However, if the manager is not really keen on the aspirations, or it's like a lip service, the employee is going to move on. And I think I'm really connoting the employee here as a top talent.
Great. So anyway, it's what you said is like a hunger. If in fact I too have experienced it, and maybe most of my shifts, couple of times, would be for that hunger, right? Very, very, very rightly said that the hunger for doing more and going up in the ladder would definitely. And nowadays, the companies have the plan of, okay, in 2 years where you will be, how you should work for it, all these things and all. They design and they plan for it. So that's a good idea, and that's the main reason. I know the manager also has to feed his hunger.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes, provide options. I would say that. I wouldn't say feed, but I would certainly say provide options. And I think, see, also we need to be cognizant that every organization has a different life cycle. So not necessarily that every organization would be really fast paced and believes in inorganic growth of providing opportunities, because then what's going to happen is the organization will be filled with leaders which they will not be able to continue or further pursue from a career aspiration point of view, or basically sustain. But then I think I also want to make an underlined quoted word with intent. The intent of having employee grow and develop has to be there. It may not be short term, but it could be long term. However, the employer should see that there's a genuine desire for me to grow here, and my manager or my leadership of the organization certainly takes personal interest in me. I think that is a sticking factor for an employee to stay in the company, talent to stay in the company. If not, the top talent is certainly going to look for greener pastures which are filled outside in the market.
Yeah, you nailed it, Sonali. Thanks for that.